I had an interesting conversation. In the midst of that conversation, I recognized how easy it is for us as women to devalue who we are, not by our own accounts, but just by default, just by not taking time to reflect and to consider all of the things that we believe that we are striving for. In the midst of that conversation, I shared with her, if someone is not able to acknowledge the beautiful rose that you are, then you may not want to have to fight so hard to allow them to see that rose that you are, because they may not be called to go the mile with you, or they may just not be called to go the distance with you on where you intend to go. And on top of it, sometimes when people are supposed to be removed from our circle, either A, because they have a bad influence on us, or B, they don't respect us in the proper way that boundaries should be had, we sometimes can paint these pictures or even direct these mental films in our head as though we can control how we think people would actually be if they remained in our lives. And it is so important that we recognize when it is time to unleash someone, because they are literally sticking to us like Velcro, and even though we feel comforted by having them there, they're actually almost like a parasite, taking away the very essence of who we are. So it is really vital that we remember who it is that we were created to be and how unique and wonderful we are. With this conversation, we shared about having visions and having dreams that are placed deep inside of us. And sometimes when we share these dreams with others, they can squander or even stomp all over our dream. And then we begin to doubt if our dream is actually our dream, or if it can be something that is attainable. So in this dialogue, I really just want to put out there that there is nothing that cannot come to pass. If you think it, then you probably have the wherewithal to go out there and strive for it. There's a reason why we dream the dreams that we have. There's a reason why we can look back into the time of when we were much younger and we had certain dreams and we had certain things that we just naturally like to do. And when we were that age, we didn't have to explain why we wanted to go on the swing set or versus getting on the slide, or we didn't have to say, let me explain to you why I want to play dodgeball more than going swimming. And sometimes we have to return to that childlike nature where we just naturally accept who we are and the kinds of talents and gifts that are placed deep inside of us. As women, we have so many demands already on us, and then we have the demands of making sure we're not trying to conform to a demand that we don't need to necessarily strive for. Sometimes we're watching different movies and we're looking at how a woman's figure is, or we're looking at another kind of movie and we see another woman and she just looks like she has the career, the children, the house, the finances, the perfect husband. But in reality, nothing in life is super perfect. There will be hiccups and there will be bumps along the way, and actually that's what makes life so splendid. It's the endurance level that we have in order to get through different things in life. So this excerpt is really to encourage you to not be afraid to look at yourself in the mirror, to write down the very essence of the voices that are positive, that are reminding you, hey, remember you liked painting, or remember you love to decorate, or remember you love to go out and skate, or you just love spending time with your children, or you love reading books, and whatever it is, that is what makes you beautiful. That's what makes you so golden. It's the natural essence of you. You don't have to work hard at this. You don't have to strive at it. It's just part of your nature. And it's interesting that it's almost an analogy of take a seed, we plant it in the ground, and we literally forget about it because we know it's just literally, it's going to grow, it's going to bring forth something. And the things that are deep inside of us, it's supposed to bring out the most beautiful parts of us. And I just